Live Healthy is brought to you by Kirk Supermarket and Pharmacy.
Thanks for joining us on Daybreak this morning. On Live Healthy today, we focus on vegetarian and vegan diets and how to get the most out of them and make sure you're getting all the vitamins that are necessary. We're joined by Andrea Hill here in Kirk Supermarket, as usual. Thanks for having us in.
Thanks, Janelle.
All right, so when we're talking about this vegetarian diet, what are some of the vitamins that we're going to be missing without meat?
Right, there's a broad range of things that need to be considered in a vegetarian and a vegan diet. The main area is protein, and protein would refer to certain minerals and vitamins like vitamin B12, zinc, and iron. These are definitely key. Really hard to get all of them completely out of the diet, so you really want to supplement. Taking a multivitamin is definitely important, whether you're vegan or vegetarian.
Right.
Definitely, without a doubt. We've got calcium and some essential fatty acids that we're going to talk about too, but we'll start with our B12. Okay. Right. So with B12, we would naturally get these out of animal products, but the only plant source we're going to get this out of is soy. Okay. So this one, I've got an organic soy milk here, and you'll even see that it is fortified. When you turn the label here, you're going to see B12 right on the label, right here, 50%, right? And what we also know is that certain fortified breakfast cereals are going to contain B12. This is Total. Total does it right across the board. Great.
Right. And if you remember from our previous Live Healthy segments, it's very important to have the organic soy milk, and also Total, I'm sure, has less carbohydrates and also has the B12 in it.
That's exactly
it's a whole grain cereal.
Exactly.
Right.
Well done. So some other things that people might not be aware of is nutritional yeast. Have you ever heard of this or seen this before?
I have not.
Okay, no. So this is actually produced for nutritional purposes. And what this is, it's a B12 source as well as a protein source. It literally tastes like Parmesan cheese.
Oh,
okay?
Delicious.
So what you can do is you can sprinkle this on popcorn, you can add it to sandwiches, to salads, to your pasta, and you end up with a nice tasty fortified food.
That's really unexpected. Something obviously clearly useful to everyone who needs that B12 and a tasty snack every now and then.
Absolutely, absolutely. So moving on down now to iron. Now iron, we get this out of our leafy greens, we get this out of our pulses, so our lentils, our chickpeas, and so on. We get this out of our brown rice, so any of our whole grains.
Okay.
Now what people need to be aware of is that a plant source of iron doesn't absorb as readily as a animal source of protein. Okay. So the way that we can enhance this iron absorption is to include some oranges or drinking a glass of orange juice with a lot of these meals, because the vitamin C actually enhances the absorption of these plant sources of iron.
Right. I was just going to ask, is it the vitamin C in the orange? So again, that multivitamin also helps because it will have both of those in there.
It will, but again, if you can include a dietary source of vitamin C during this time, please do so.
All right.
Okay.
And also iron, really important for us women.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You lose it every month, you need to bring it back in. Absolutely.
Right.
So, moving
and we also
on,
have calcium.
That's right. So calcium now, we're going to get this again out of our green vegetables. You're going to see it fortified in certain products. This is a soy yogurt.
Okay.
And also tofu. Not all tofu is set in calcium. You'll have to read it on the ingredient list. This particular one is set in calcium, so it becomes a source of that for us. So we want to be good to the bones. We want to make sure that we are getting at least 3 sources of calcium a day, 3 servings, and if you're not, you're going to need to supplement this.
Okay. All right. So we have that in our vitamins as well, and calcium is not just important for vegan diets, but it also helps us in more nutritional ways as well. Is that right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It helps the heartbeat. It helps the muscles contract. It's good for our bone development. All the way around, very, very important. Absolutely.
We also have some chia seeds for our omega-3.
Right, right. And I've actually gotten this question right here at Kirk's. I've had vegans come up to me and say, I don't eat fish, how do I get my fatty acids? Most of us out there are aware that we do get our essential oils out of salmon or other oily fish like sardines and mackerel, but a vegan's not going to eat any of those seafoods, right? So chia seeds, we would use these the way we would our flax seeds. Okay, this is a plant source of omega-3. It gives us fiber, it gives us other antioxidants as well. Sprinkle it into your salads, your yogurt, your smoothies, and so on. A great way to supplement your essential oils.
Okay. And lastly, we also have iodine.
That's right. Now with iodine, because again, a lot of vegans or vegetarians may not be eating a lot of seafood products. They're not getting in this very important mineral that is important for your thyroid function, okay? And some soy-based products, if we're very heavily on our soy, they may promote promote goiter. So it's not very good for the thyroid. So what we can actually do is we can use an iodized salt. Now a lot of people are using sea salt because it is less processed, but iodized salt, again, we're getting that iodine in, and that is important. Another source actually is seaweed.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Sushi fans will know of seaweed.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what this is. This is the nori sheets that are essentially just toasted. They're in little little sheets. You can just snack on them, but this, again, a natural source of iodine.
Right. So you have a couple of options here.
You do.
You want to remember all of these different nutrients. You have your calcium, you have iron, you have iodine. What are some other ones we mentioned?
B12 and calcium.
B12 and calcium.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Andrea, for joining us on Live Healthy once again. And remember, if you do have a vegetarian or a vegan diet, you want to make sure you are getting all of those essential nutrients, and Kirk Supermarket can help you do that. Thanks for joining us on Live Healthy. Daybreak will be right back.
Live Healthy is brought to you by Kirk Supermarket and Pharmacy.